And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Marshfield, Wisconsin. Welcome to Zaleski Sports, and welcome to Cloverville East basketball friends. I am Jason Zaleski. Welcome aboard. This is the Wheeler Chevrolet GMC pregame show. Get great rates and rebates at Wheeler's Chevrolet GMC with locations in Abbotsford, Paloma, Marshfield, Medford, Merrill, and Wisconsin Rapids. Again, it is Cloverville East basketball here tonight, and I'll tell you about these teams coming up here in just a bit. First, though, it's a special night at Columbus Catholic for unfortunate reasons. It is a special night, as it has been now for a number of years. It is Staff Sergeant Joseph Altman night tonight, as the gym is honoring Staff Sergeant Joe Altman, class of 2003, a proud Columbus Catholic alumnus, multi-sport athlete, and U.S. Army combat medic that was killed in the line of duty back in 2011. All proceeds from tonight's game will benefit the Joe Altman Memorial Scholarship Fund, supporting students pursuing lives of service. If you would like to be part of a contributor to that scholarship fund, please get a hold of Columbus Catholic High School or me, Jason at ZaleskiSports.com, and I will help you out as we see the shirts worn by the Columbus Catholic boys basketball team tonight, as they have now for, again, a number of years. And we recognize and salute the service of Staff Sergeant Joseph Altman. All right, kind of a big game here tonight. Cloverville East teams still trying to figure out their place in this conference. Columbus Catholic technically tied in the standings with Loyal 9-1, although a couple of weeks ago, Loyal beat Columbus Catholic. So if the season ended today, it does not. If the season ended today, the Loyal Greyhounds that is. Spencer still in the thick of it, and you see their 6-4 conference record. All 4 losses on the year have all come in conference for the Spencer Rockets. They started out like a rocket ship, but have been slowly gliding back to earth. See if they're able to get one here tonight. Columbus Catholic beat Spencer over there a couple weeks ago. We'll show you those games in just a bit. But first, we will step aside and we will let our Wheeler's Chevrolet GMC pregame show continue right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Tired of your old truck? Hey everybody, Matt over at Wheeler Chevrolet
so just the one
GMC, and as you can see, we have rows of trucks ready for you. Take home today. Stop on in or call us about the great rates and awesome rebates going on at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC.
The Wheeler Chevrolet GMC pregame show continues from Columbus Catholic Gymnasium. And as we get ready for this one, let's take a look at the Spencer Rockets in their last 5 games played, as we see their dazzling warm-ups there. Love the red, white stripes for sure. I mentioned a couple weeks ago, that was on January 17th at home on a Saturday. That was a makeup day, too. There was a full day earlier in that week. They made that one up. Columbus with the 11-point win over in Spencer for the Rockets. Would love to have some payback here tonight. And then lost at Neilsville. And Neilsville is a quality ball club. I don't think that they're 43 points better than Spencer. So Coach Charles Jennings probably concerned on the night of the 20th there. And then lost to Loyal, and then got right in conference, beat Gilman, and then just 3 days ago beat Colby over at home 77-57. So Spencer, winners of their last 2, looking to get right back into this race in the Cloverville East. Let's take a look at the Dons and their last 5 games played, as again they are chasing the Loyal Greyhounds now. They do have a date with Loyal yet to come, so more to see there. Conference championship game coming up later. Again, if the season ended today, it does not. But more to come on that. I'll bring you up to speed after tip-off on that one. So at the Wisconsin Dells, they beat Rice Lake, beat Greenwood Granton by a lot, beat Neilsville, and then lost to Marathon back on Monday. And then Tuesday night over at Gilman, got the best of the Gilman Pirates, 72-45. So thank you, Jackson, for those previous 5 graphics. Of course, those brought to us by Marshfield Insurance. The friendly folks at Marshfield Insurance save money on health, home, auto, and more with Marshfield Insurance. Start today at marshfieldinsurance.com. While Joe Byral is getting himself warmed up with our opening prayer, I will I tell you folks again, if the season ended today, it does not. But if it did, as we sit right now, I mentioned that Loyal game coming up. But if the season ended today, that game wouldn't happen. So follow me here if you can. In a regional final, the Dons and Greyhounds would be on track to play each other in a regional final at Loyal a few Saturdays from now. So there's a lot at stake over these next few games. Wins by Columbus Catholic could elevate them to the 3 seed. Probably not the 2. That's where the Prentice Buccaneers sit right now. And of course, if Columbus Catholic were to end the season like I think they will, I think it would be the Dons at Prentice in a regional final. That's a 3 versus a 2. The 3 seed Columbus Catholic Dons and the 2 seed Prentice, because here at Zaleski Sports, VIP users know at ZaleskiSports.com, click VIP. And you already know the seeds for these teams. A brand new batch of seed projections come out on Tuesday. Make sure you're subscribed today. It's just $5. Let's turn it over to the gym. Joe Byrell for opening prayer and the Columbus Catholic Pep Band for today's national anthem.
On the Kunar province in Afghanistan, Joe's life and death still impact their community and school today. In 2012, the Joe Altman Scholarship Fund was created. The fund has awarded scholarships to students pursuing careers of service and those needing assistance to attend Columbus Catholic schools. All proceeds from tonight's game will be donated to the Joe Altman Memorial Scholarship Fund. We thank you in advance for your support, as all of us assist Joe in carrying out his mission of service. As a note, we have 3 individuals who will be playing tonight who are going to carry on Joe Altman's legacy, or try to. Devlin Tigler from Columbus will be in the Army National Guard. Davis Vintage will be joining the United States Marine Corps. And from Spencer, Noah Anderson will be joining the Air Force. Tip of the hat to those young men. And now, good evening. It's basketball night here at the Father Hugh J. Deeney Auditorium and Columbus Catholic High School. Tonight, in an Eastern Clover Belt Conference matchup, the Rockets of Spencer High School will take on your Columbus Dons. We would ask that you please stand and remove your hats for an opening prayer by Columbus Chaplain, Father Clemens.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good and gracious God, we ask you to be with us today as we partake in the game of basketball. We ask you to keep all of our players safe and to bring us closer to you. And in a special way today, we pray for all our armed forces, that they who lay down their lives every day for the sake of our country may be saved. May the blessed Almighty God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit come upon you and remain with you forever. Amen.
We would ask that you please remain standing to honor America and those defending your freedom. For the playing of our national anthem by Miles Jaime, and I believe it's on electric guitar. All yours. The 6-foot senior, number 11, and for the 6'3" senior, 22, Sam Goswell. And for the 6'2" senior, number 34, Ladies and gentlemen, Dodge fans of all ages, get on your feet for the starting lineup of your Columbus Dogs! And guard, the 6'1" senior, number 1, Matt Bonansky. Junior number 5, Ray Beckner. And the 6-foot junior number 12, Dan Walden. And for the 6'6" senior number 22, Caleb Gilbert. And for the 6'7" junior number 35, Carter
All right, thanks to Joe Byro. Today's opening ceremonies have concluded. If you were paying attention, you saw a couple celebrities during the pregame presentation. How about Jimi Hendrix on the guitar doing the national anthem? That was a fantastic performance by that young man on the national anthem. And as Spencer was wrapping up in the lobby, you saw former Columbus Catholic great Emmett Konechny, a former state champion. Emmett in the building today, watching his brother Mac and his dad Joe coach the Dons again for the Rockets. Matters McCone, Lester Neiman, Noah Anderson, Sam Beslick, and Brecken Miller. For the Dons, Matt Konechny, Ray Becker, Ben Weiland, Caleb Hilgerman, and Carter Summer as the Dons own the opening tip. And we are underway here in this Florida matchup, and Ben Weiland tickles the twine, and we are underway officially now on the scoreboard. Again, it's really a big game for both teams. You see the number 8 ranking on those Dons. That's the Bound Wisconsin Zaleski Sports Media Poll. Columbus currently owns the number 4 seed in their Division 5 group. And Sam Beswick hits Spencer around the same mark in their Division 4 group. But there are still a couple weeks of games to be played. There's all kinds of movements on the seed math, and you can get all the latest projections at ZaleskiSports.com/VIP. It's our 5th year essentially the WIAA seed formula, and we got it down. Ray Becker for 3. So a couple of threes, and the hot shooting Dons, and they're a jump shooting team. They're hot and stay hot. Game in and game out, there's McCone hits the mid-range, Jay. But Don's a jump shooting team. When the shots fall, they've got a really good chance to win. When they're not, as was the case against Loyal a couple weeks ago, they were in some real danger. And the game is a match connection and lights it up. 3 threes for the Dons to get it started. It was Weiland, then Becker, and now Konechny. In that Loyal game, Greyhounds just played really good defense. It wasn't just Don's missing shots. It was Greyhounds' defense leading to missed shots. Let's see what the Rockets have in store defensively here tonight. And we get our first foul of the game. And that's going to go on Caleb Hildeman. Actually, I think they called Becker on that one, as we see Konechny from the wing, college range there. Discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools like hydromassage, infrared therapy, PEMF, and more, all designed to help your body and mind be their best. Each 15 to 30-minute session, just $29. Memberships are available. BeWell-studio.com. Noah Anderson on the slash and drive and bucket. And Noah Anderson is going to be a military member after his high school career is done. Konechny hits another 3. And you're going to whistle on the floor, and you're going to have, looks like a dribbling violation from Don's basketball. So on Staff Sergeant Joe Altman night, as we remember the life and service of U.S. Army veteran Joe Altman, also joining the military coming up. We heard Devlin Kimbler and Davis Vintage, so congratulations, all 3. Timeout on the floor. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
We're going to tell all of our viewers about Mitten's Rusted and Busted trade-in sale, which reminds me of a funny story.
Folks, Tim's saying that Mittens is paying its customers to get rid of their old furniture and buy new.
This January's Rusted and Busted promotion is so huge. Do you think we could make it any bigger?
I don't think so, Tim.
Hey, do you think Jill will let me buy a brand new Lazy Boy power recliner, or should I build one myself?
Well, Tim, the stars are telling me that buying one from Mittens would be a safer decision.
All right, as we come back here to Columbus Catholic, welcome everybody. Jason Zaleski here. Got pinged from Jamie Wenzel asking where I was. I'm right here, Jamie. Where are you? That's my question. Don's coming out of the Rockets timeout. Rockets called that timeout after the turnover. Konechny dribble, drive, kick. There's Carter Summer on the baseline. Outlet to Becker. Don coming in the half court. Open shooter is Summer. No. And rebound comes down to Lehman. Pull up, Beswick through. Dan Beswick is encroaching on the all-time scoring record in Spencer Rockets history, by the way. Likely not to get there tonight. I didn't get all the math done, but he's still about 40 points away. But we will catch all of you up and do our best to bring a live broadcast when we think that Sam is likely to break the school record. Here's a steal, run out, and we're going to get a foul on Konechny on the steal by Breckin Miller. Trevor, I'll tap the microphone. Killer's True Value, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. On the job or in the woods, be ready to fight the winter elements. Check out Hiller's large selection of heated gear to keep you warm wherever you go this winter. Hiller's in Marshfield. In the corner with it, that's Weston Neiman. Now ball up top. The other way is good as it rattles home for Noah Anderson. Noah's got 5. Trevor, did you get that? There's Konechny. Now Hilgerman, he'll feed back outside to Becker. And Weiland splash for Ben Run. Three on the way. Oh, that one just off the mark from Noah Anderson. Konechny, long 3. That one rims in and out. Rockets with the rebound. In the corner with it, Rockets in their half court. 15-12, just over 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes gone by here in this Clover Belt East clash. Reset here, Weston Neiman. He'll on the point, new play coming for the Rockets. Neiman, outlet, kick, 3, got it. Noah Anderson's got another 3, he's got 8. Weiland, 3-point line extended. Triangle offense on the far side between Key, Hilgeman, and Summer. Now Konechny, bottle up in the corner. Becker, look, kick from Hilgeman to Weiland is good. The dime from Caleb Hilgeman. And Weiland has his 3rd 3-pointer here of these opening 5.5 minutes. Drive there, comes up empty for the Rockets. Summer down with the rebound. 18 points divided by 3 is 6, right, gang? 6 3-pointers for the Dons. Summer, the first 2-point field goal. Miller takes a look around. 6'8" Carter Summer comes out to match him. Miller with the blow-by. Corner. Beslick on the drive, and he's fouled. Anderson, I should say. And Noah Anderson will head to the Surf Pro free throw line. Call Surf Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro, like it never happened. There's the 3rd 3-pointer from Weiland, as he is hot to trot tonight, coming out of the box. So we got a pair of free throws here for Anderson. And the first one spins in and out. Thanks to our game day sponsors, Frayne Auto Body, ShedsDelivered.com, House of Heating, Taqueria Monarca, and Total Electric. You see Anderson averaging 6 points a game coming into tonight, and he's already at that. He's at 8, so I suppose that's why he decided to miss those free throws. He's already at his speed average. That's Konechny for 3. That's his 3rd triple tonight. 9 for Konechny, 9 for Weiland, and it's an 8-point Dons lead here in the friendly confines of Columbus Catholic High School. Miller, baseline drive, kick out. Here's Anderson, other side. Works there on Weiland, good defense from Ben. Neiman on the drive, he's fouled on his way. Count the bucket, in one for Weston Neiman. He'll look to finish the 3-point play at the Surf Pro free throw line. Take a look at that last one here as we see the kick. Or we see the bucket there on the drive from Neiman. Neiman got good airtime and finishing off, averaging 15 a game, and Neiman his first 3 points tonight. Weiland, long 3, just off back iron, no good. And Brecken Miller, with one of the best names in the area, comes down with the rebound. Brecken, a big-time name, folks. Big-time name. Beslick in the lane, got it stripped away. Hilgeman comes out with it. Here come the Dons, up by 5. Plummer in the corner. He's tall enough to see over the entire floor from that corner, so that's a comfortable spot for him. And that one stolen away, poked by Beslick. McCone will bring it across. Haven't heard a lot from Mathers McCone today, averaging 16 points a game. He's got 2. And we'll have a backcourt violation. Defense put on there by Cade Jansen. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. Here's Konechny over to Weiland. High post to Timler. Timler bounced down low to Swimmer and had that one blocked by McCone. Don stick with it. McCone with the rebound. And he's actually fouled on the rebound. Is Mathers McCone with the lime green Jello shoes on. And that's a question I have for you all. And those of you on a mobile device, feel free to chat with me below. Does anybody make and or eat Jello anymore? You know, when I was a kid, I'm 50, I'll just tell you. But when I was a kid, we had Jello at almost every meal, and especially if it was a big meal at Grandma's house. You're talking about Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, what have you. There was always Jello on the table. I don't know the last time that I was served a bowl of Jello. I don't know what happened. Did gelatin go out of business? Are the horse hooves no longer making gelatin anymore? I don't know what happened, but yeah, and the best thing about the Jello, and those of you that are 50 or ish, you know what I'm talking about. You take your mashed potatoes and the gravy, so you got your hot taters and gravy, you got the cold Jello, and you kind of mix them together, and it creates a sticky, slurpy, soupy concoction, and it tasted great. That sugar from the Jello, the salt with the taters and gravy, fantastico. The Olympics are in Italy. That's what they say in Italy, fantastico. How about the Corey, right? Corey Dropkin and Corey, what is it, Feason? I hardly know the names, but a fantastic American duo tearing up the curling world right now in mixed couples. Corner 3, that came up way short, and down with it is Beslick. Beslick still on the move. He'll distribute, and that 3 attempt came up short off the hand of Noah Anderson, but it'll stay with the Rockets, last off the Dons. Cole Hilgeman needs 2 pounds of Jello per day. Well, okay, so at least somebody is. I like it. Thanks, who dropped that note in the YouTube chat box for me? Luke Heck, all right. Luke Heck, 7245. That's not your real name. In it comes to Miller. Miller popped for 3. Shoulders were square, off the mark. Elijah Wolf in the game. He tipped that ball. Here comes Timler. And that ball got kicked on its way through. It'll stay Don's basketball. Does your roof need attention? Call Schwartz's Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They serve all of central Wisconsin, both residential and commercial roofing at Schwartz's Seamless Roofing. Right, may the Schwartz be with you. Okay, I thought it was you, Lucas, but I didn't want to make any assumptions because you know what that makes out of you and me if you make an assumption. Here's Jansen in the corner. He'll inbound to Weiland. That was the blob baseline out of bounds. Bounce. Here's Wolf. Wolf, corner. showing a lot of ball, not doing much. Tight pass inside to Timler. Corner 3 for Weiland, and in and out. Ball battled for. Down with it comes Beslick. Long outlet. Up ahead with it is Weston Neiman, and Neiman on the fast break. He's got his 5th point here tonight. First quarter of this game has gone by. Dons lead by 3. Wolf, 3 in the corner, too strong. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound attempt. And that's going to go on Hazika Duda. Lucas says he goes to almost every game, just not tonight. Lucas, you're a big enough dude. You gotta find a way to position yourself to be in the background of a camera shot. There's only 5 cameras, so find one and stand near it next time. Here's Konechny. Wolf. Dump down inside. Hilgeman turns, and the layup is there for Caleb. His first points tonight. 6 a game for Caleb. And we'll have a travel there. It'll be Don's basketball. What else can I tell you? Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the Central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. Look at standing room only. Got people stacked up against the wall below the American flag. A packed gym tonight. Wind chill in central Wisconsin about 5 degrees above zero. A very pleasant 62 inside the gym at Columbus Catholic. The temperature rising with all those people in the gym tonight. And Summer is fouled on his way to the hoop. Mathers McCone will pick up the foul. Fourth foul on the Rockets here in the first half. I'm being told East Central Indiana still likes Jell-O. Well, they're old, so that makes sense. Here's Summer, and got that one taken away by Beslick. He brought that ball down low. Boys and girls watching the broadcast tonight, don't let that ball, and I'll tell you, Lucas Kreklau knows this too. Don't let that ball hang low. They're going to dig it out on you. Becker off the steal, reverse layup, no. Nice job defensively there for Weston Neiman to stick with him. Konechny, 3, no. And this will be Neiman with the rebound. Yeah, don't bring that ball below your chest, or those little ankle biters are going to strip it out of there. And you saw that happen to Carter just a moment ago. Keep that ball up high. You're taller than they are. Keep that ball above your chest, above your shoulders even. I think at big man camp, Lucas, they tell you above your shoulders at big man camp. Becker inside to Hilgeman. He plays the high post. Now outside with it is Wolf. He'll skip it across to Becker. Dons hang on to a 5-point lead. Over 6 to play still in the first half. A lot of time, and that one thrown away. Unforced error there as the Dons work that ball across the floor. Again, we continue to recognize the life and service of Staff Sergeant Joe Altman, who died in action in 2011 while serving over in the Middle East. Again, the Joe Altman Memorial Scholarship Fund is alive and well. Donations are made tonight inside this gym, and get a hold of Columbus Catholic High School, or you can get a hold of me, Jason at ZaleskiSports.com, and I will help you be part of the, really good work. We're honoring a real, true hero and giving back to these student athletes. So get in touch, and we will get you in the game on the Joe Altman Memorial Fund and scholarship. Sam Beslick, bucket, and Sam's up to 7 points. Another turnover for the Dons, so another chance for the Rockets as we near the end of this first half. You see the warm-up T-shirts on the bench, on both benches, black shirts with the American flag in gold across the front in commemoration of Staff Sergeant Joe Altman. And if you have the time, and I know you do, as we'll have a travel there, McCone in the corner shuffled his feet. Our all-access team in, what was it, Trevor, 2022, were the Columbus Catholic Dons, and head coach Joe Konechny gave an all-time speech in the pregame before the Joe Altman night during that year. And that speech is on YouTube. Go to Zaleski Sports, Columbus Catholic All Access. Again, you can message my email, jason@zaleskisports.com. I can give you the direct link to that show if you're not able to find it. It is worth all of the 5 minutes of listening to head coach Joe Konechny talk about the life and service of Joe Altman to his players 4 years ago. Becker to inbound. Into Hilgeman it comes. Hilgeman, again, brought that ball down low, got dug out. Here come the Rockets. Beslick on the run, to the rack, and good for Sam Beslick. And we get a timeout on the floor. Now we're just going to corral the ball. Official timeout, get the ball settled down. 1 point game, under 5 to play. Thanks for joining. Again, Jason Zaleski here. Glad you're able to spend this Friday night with us. Konechny, 3, got it. 4th 3 tonight for Mac. Here's Beslick in the corner. 3 on the way is just off front iron from Anderson. And rebound out to Konechny, who has not come out of the game yet tonight. Weiland up top. Here's Konechny. Zone defense for the Rockets. Find the shooters for the Dons. Dons looking to move the ball faster than the zone can cooperate. On the offensive rebound, and it's going to be Carter Summer heading to the Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. Carter Summer, along with Caleb Hilgeman, have the only 2-point field goals tonight for the Dons. 3 threes for Ben Weiland, 4 threes for Matt Konechny, and a 3-point bucket from Ray Becker. And this, the first Columbus Catholic free throw attempts tonight. And Summer hits on the first. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com and find an agent near you. I say it all the time. They're hiding around the corner behind the bush inside that snowbank. In a good way, not a stalking way. Just out there to help you. Mutual of Wausau. Duda in the paint. Now kick back out. Here's Miller. Miller, baseline. Summer deflected it. The Rockets capture. Here's Beslick. Beslick working in all kinds of traffic in the corner. Hilgeman gets him to pick up his dribble. Now skips it over the top. That's Anderson with it. Now McCone. Here goes McCone in those lime green jello shoes. Dumped down to Beslick. Beslick, turn, reverse layup. Yes. Sam Beslick, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 11. He's in double figures. He joins Columbus Catholic's Konechny with 12 in double figures. And you can see why Sam is a game or two after this away from breaking the all-time Spencer Rockets scoring record. Carter Summer bucket. Again, coming into tonight, he was about 40 or so, maybe closer to 50-ish, away from breaking the school record. I suppose he could get it tonight, and a 3 would have been helpful towards that cause tonight. That comes up off the mark. Here's Becker. Good. His second three-pointer tonight for Ray. He averages 6. He's on 6. 2:20 to play here in the half. Beslick, and he was hounded and eventually fouled by Hilgeman. And Hilgeman made a march over towards the bench. That was only his first. Okay. So no worries there then for Hilgeman. He marched to the bench. Looked like he was maybe expecting to be taken out of the game because of a second foul, but just marching off some frustration. So here's Sam Beslick to the Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. And the only blemish so far for Beslick tonight, missed free throw there on the front end. As you see Sam averaging over 15 points per game. And again, he's got 11, looking for 12 here on this free throw. And has it. So that cuts the Dons' lead back down to 8. It was 9 just a moment ago. The largest lead for the Dons was that 9-point advantage just from moments ago. Now make it 10. Largest lead tonight for the Dons. Carter Summer with the bucket. 8 points for Summer, averaging 11 on the season. Bounce pass to McCone under the basket, lost it. Timler, outlet, Konechny on the run in. Good recovery defense there from Hezika Duda. Duda able to bounce that one off of the foam padding under the fire alarm and avoid an easy Konechny layup. Special thanks to our game day sponsors, Woodfield Inn & Suites, Brown's Bar, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. And Konechny's attempt to Timler was taken away by Beslick. Here's Beslick up ahead with it. Neiman on the run. Weston Neiman. He's got 7. Rockets trail by 8. Here's Summer. He was left alone on the high post. Couple of dribbles, easy bucket there for Carter Summer. And he enters double figures for the Dons with 10. Neiman had Becker off balance. Now kick out. 3 on the way. That off the mark. And we're going to get a foul under the basket. That's going to be called on McCone. Foul called there by friend of the show, Mike Klein, wearing the stripes tonight. Second foul on McCone tonight. And into the bonus now are the Dons. It was Summer who was the fouled participant in single bonus for the Dons, as you can plainly see on our scoreboard. A made free throw for Summer, and he'll earn a bonus second. As I was saying, Sternweiss & Sons, ready mix and block plant of Marshfield, now hiring boom truck and concrete truck drivers. Be home every night. Work for the hometown team at Sternweiss & Sons. That's Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield. And someone misses on the back end, but we get a foul. Is going to be called on Jack Kolbeck. So Kolbeck picks up the first, but now our final minute free throw parade has officially started. That'll send Sam Beslick 1 of 2 from the free throw line for a single bonus. Other Cloverbelt games on the network today. Loyal at Owen Withy, Colby at Neelsville, both boys basketball games. Beslick hits on the front end. He'll earn a second. 6 minutes left over in Loyal. 17-16 Owen Withy. Again, find that game. Watch it as a companion to this one at ZaleskiSports.com. Neelsville leads Colby 35-26 at the half. And another rebound attempt, another foul. And that was foul on Noah Anderson. So this will be Hilgeman to the free throw line. So again, both Loyal at Owen Withy, Colby at Neelsville, live right now at ZaleskiSports.com. I call those companion games. Pull up another device and watch those right alongside of this one. And again, that I suppose if you're a Spencer or a Columbus Catholic fan, you might even be cheering for Owen Withy tonight to give Loyal its second loss. Columbus Catholic fans no doubt would like that. Spencer, 6-4. Only a couple conference games left, but every little bit helps. But for Spencer, more important is a win here tonight than worrying about who else wins or loses for a variety of reasons. Conference, what have you. Miss there for Duda. Summer with the rebound. The final 10 seconds. Timler into Summer. Weiland, I should say. And we're going to get a 3-second call. I believe they caught Wolf taking up too much real estate inside, and it'll be the Rockets now with a chance to score before the halftime break. They trail by 10, so they will go to the break with a halftime deficit. How much will it be? There's a corner three on the way. That rims off for Brecken Miller, and our first half has come to an end with the Columbus Catholic Dons leading the Spencer Rockets 40-30. Give me a couple minutes, folks. I'll add up our first half stats. Bring you back with that update right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff, because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Cobuson Bus is hiring, it's drivers that they need. Cobuson Bus is hiring, it's the perfect job for me.
Cobuson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at Cobuson.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring, it's the perfect job for me.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer. Back to Columbus Catholic. First half stats are ready. And here we go. For the Spencer Rockets, and leading Spencer and leading all scorers in the first half is Sam Beslick with 13 points. 8 points for Noah Anderson. 7 points for Weston Neiman. And a made bucket for Mathers McCone. From the free throw line, Spencer 3 of 7 shooting from the foul line. For the Columbus Catholic Dons, Matt Konechny, 4 3-pointers. He's got 12. 11 points for Carter Summer, including 3 made free throws. 9 points for Ben Weiland. 2 3-point buckets for Ray Becker. And a made bucket for Caleb Hilgeman to make up the Dons' 40 points. Columbus Catholic 3 of 4 from the free throw line. All free throws shot by Carter Summer. Take another break. I'll bring you back. We talked about some postseason seeding during the broadcast. I'll go into that a little bit more in depth right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. You know it's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, like they literally picked up everything, whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive, fast-pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old, and they consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. Tryout registration is happening now. Go to marshfieldfastpitch.com to get started.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Corey Dropkin and Corey Teesey, I was corrected. Teesey, both out of Duluth, Minnesota, running Olympic curling right now for Team USA. They are undefeated as they wrap up pool play tomorrow in mixed couples. That's your Olympics update for me. Plus, opening ceremonies are going on now, but I'm doing this, and you are too, so thank you. I've got mine recording, so we'll go watch opening ceremonies later. It's always interesting to see the cultures of the various countries, and in this case, Italy, Milan, Italy, where the Olympics are going on right now. I had mentioned during the pregame, if the season ended today, it does not. If the season ended today, for Columbus Catholic, they would be on a collision course with Loyal at Loyal in a regional final. I happen to think, based on my knowledge of the seed math, which is extensive, and looking at the games coming up for these teams, it looks like Columbus Catholic probably going to settle in at a 3 seed, especially with the win tonight, and then would be at Prentice for that regional final. But Columbus Catholic likely to be on the road come regional final time. Spencer Rockets, much of the same. If the season ended today, these Rockets would be at Marathon in a regional final. That'd be a really tough game for the Spencer Rockets. Still an outside chance shot outcome that Auburndale could sneak into that 4 spot. Spencer drops to the 5, and then there's a different set of problems for the Rockets come playoff time. For both teams, a win tonight, improve your postseason seed chances, and still in the hunt for a conference championship, technically. Either team having a win tonight. I check in one last time during this broadcast over in Owen Withee. Joe Anderson on the call, and it is Owen Withee 27, Loyal 24, with 1:11 to play, still in the first half. So I wouldn't take a whole lot out of that. Loyal Greyhound is a methodical basketball machine this year. They just move at their own pace, and eventually they just move you out of the way. So I wouldn't take a whole lot out of a 3-point deficit with a minute left in the first half as of now. Let's take our last break. It'll be time for the second half when we return right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Another game we'll keep an eye on tonight, or at least until now. It is number 4 ranked Marshfield at DC Everest, and the Evergreens have a lead over the Tigers at halftime, 36-32. Marshfield comes in at number 4 in the latest Found Wisconsin Zaleski Sports Media Poll. I have them ranked 3rd in the state. The Southern voters, who don't see a lot of Northern basketball, overruled me and have them as number 4. Marshfield is number 1 in their group. In their sectional group, they look to have a number 1 seed come playoff time. That would be win or lose tonight, and win the rest of them anyway. So another companion game to this one. It's Marshfield at DC Everest at halftime right now on ZaleskiSports.com. All right, second half underway here in Columbus. Columbus Catholic Gymnasium. In such a fabulous place for basketball. And we are packed to the gills tonight at Columbus Catholic High School. Standing room only around the edges. If you leave your seat, when you come back, it may not be there. Miller dumped down inside to Beslick. He'll bring it back out. Didn't like his post position there, so he'll reset it. Here's Miller. Drive, kick, 3 on the way from Anderson, no good. And long rebound out to Beslick, and he's fouled by Hilgeman. So that's the second foul on Caleb Hilgeman here tonight. 40 seconds in, first foul of the half. But of course, you leave your seat at halftime because they have fresh baked chocolate chip cookies in the gym, and they are amazing. As Spencer gets ticketed with a 5-second call. So turnover back to the Dons. So we see Charles Jennings pacing the sideline for his Rockets. Again, the Dons are coached by Joe Konechny. Charles in his 3rd year, if I have it right. I think I do. Taken away by Miller. Beslick up ahead. Here's Neiman. Right-handed layup from the left side. Usually naughty, but it works that time. Got to get your steps right from the left side. Right-handed shooters sometimes forget that. Left-handed shooters from the right side, too, I suppose. Here's Summer. Kick out. Konechny, 3, no. Offensive rebound. Hilgeman. Putback is there. Caleb Hilgeman working hard. He's got his 2nd bucket tonight. He's got 4. Left alone. McCone, 3, no good. Miller, long offensive rebound. That somehow got over the top of the outstretched 6'8" Carter Summer. Miller picks up his dribble. Now up top with it is Anderson. He looks over Weiland, doesn't like the matchup there. Now Beslick. Beslick, ball fake on Hilgeman, and get a foul called on the Dons. Third foul called on Caleb Hilgeman. So Hilgeman in some foul trouble here, just 2 minutes into the second half. Jack Kolbeck, his understudy on the bench if needed. Beslick turns, and who is this on? And Hilgeman picks up his fourth. I wanted to confirm who that foul was on. Hilgeman, a fourth foul, and Joe Konechny going to have to make a change here as Sam Beslick heads to the Surf Pro free throw line. Call Surf Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened, and it'll actually be Devlin Timler comes in, so Colbeck will stay on the bench. Smaller lineup on the floor now for the Dons with Timler in and Hilgeman out. They lose about 5 inches there. And Beslick off back, higher, no good. McCone rebound. Beslick fire away, and no. And we're going to get a foul on the Rockets. Dons fans of the Bronx cheer on that one. So McCone picks up his third, so McCone in a bit of foul trouble. Dons Caleb Hilgeman on the bench with 4. Becker, and got it taken away. Here's McCone. McCone got it poked away from behind by Konechny. Becker with it. Konechny gets it back. Inside to Summer. Defense collapses there. Becker, the open man. 3, yes. Ray Becker for 3. He's got 9. Dons lead by 12. Largest lead tonight for Columbus Catholic. Again, it was an 11-point win for the Dons a few Saturdays ago, and 11 really didn't tell the story. That was a tight game all the way to the finish. Dons made a couple extra shots at the end, some free throws. Pass going backwards, but Becker was there. He's going off and throw the ball 20 feet backwards in the backcourt, but Don's able to get away with it. And we'll get a foul here on Beslick as he reached in on the pass attempt to Summer. Second on Beslick tonight. Go along with his 14 points. Becker, inbound, Timler. And that was a dangerous pass into Summer. Dons will turn it over anyway. That had doom written on it almost from the start. As we see Becker here, McCone with the flyby, and Becker with his third three-pointer tonight. Trevor Zaleski in the production room, ripping off replays left and right for us tonight. Pump fake, and up and in is Anderson. He's got 10. So Noah Anderson joins teammate Sam Beslick in double figures. Here's Weiland deep 3. That rolls in and out. Summer offensive rebound. Left-hand layup from the left side, boys and girls, is good. Just proper shooting. You know, these are called fundamentals. And it's for a reason, right? You shoot a left-handed layup from the left side because that rim is a part guard for you. That's part protector. When you go up with your left hand, you go up right hand from the left side, and you lose a little bit of that rim protection because you're shooting closer to the defense. Here's Becker. Drive, kick out. Konechny thought about it. And now tipped away by McCone. It'll stay with the Dons. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, guaranteeing quality you can trust with Infinity Exteriors. Time out on the floor. Back for more basketball after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Max power, I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, set it on faster than ever. If I ever lose, set it on bigger and better. Hitting all the goals that come bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
Back to Columbus Catholic as you see the three-point attempt from a minute ago from Ben Weiland and Carter Summer. Watch this, folks. Left-hand layup from the left side. You use that right shoulder and that offhand to help defend your left-hand shot with the rim there. It works. That's how it's taught, why it's a fundamental. You shoot the right hand from the left side, and you lose the ability with that offhand to help protect against a block shot. Here's McCone on the run out, and that rims in and out. Missed layup, missed opportunity there for the Rockets. Back come the Dons. And going to have a foul called on Spencer. Foul's going to go on Neiman. Third foul of the half for the Rockets as McCone comes out. Charles Jennings goes to the bench, takes McCone out, and in comes Duda. And Summer. The Rockets caught napping on the inbound, and not an easier basket you'll have if you're Carter Summer. That's like when you go out in the driveway after school, before basketball season, nobody's out there with you, and that first one you take, right, we all do this, that first layup we take in the driveway is just a simple bunny under the bucket. That's what it was for Summer. And now on the drive, it's Brecken Miller and one. Miller on the ball fake, got past Summer. And lean in on Weiland. And I'm sorry, that was an offensive foul. Offensive foul called on Miller, so scratch that bucket. Offensive foul charge, Weiland takes it. And I know when folks come to see the dribbling Dons, the Dons youth basketball program, Summer, reverse layup, no. Sometimes the visiting fans get a little worried when they see the youngsters, as Carter Summer picks up the foul, they see the second and third graders go through their practice routine, and they practice taking a charge since about second grade. Sometimes the visiting fans get a little peculiar look on the face, like that's what they're teaching them around here? Huh? Practice everything. So Ben Weiland, probably a dribbling Don years ago, practiced that when he was 9 years old. There's Neiman. Neiman puts his head down, and again, right-hand layup from the left side. It works, though. So I guess that's the other end of it. He's got 11. If it works, and who am I to say it's wrong? You know, it's a case of Weston Neiman saying, hey, Zaleski, if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. I just want to make buckets. Foul called on Beslick. That's going to be his third. As you watch Neiman here, he puts his head down. And yeah, his steps are just not fundamental, but the bucket goes in, so it works. Sometimes it just works. Becker to trigger. Dons lead by 12. Into Weiland. Quick three is good for Ben Weiland. First points of the half for Weiland. His points are all threes. He's got 12. 4 three-pointers tonight for Weiland. Jack Colbeck in the game for the Dons, 15 in gray. Foul's going to go on Konechny, his second. As you see Weiland in total rhythm, just total motion. And there we've got Emmett Konechny in the background again. Lucas, I'm telling you, man, you got to find the cameras and then stand in front of them. It's easy. In it comes Brecken Miller off the backboard. How did that go in? But the Rockets saw the Dons work an out-of-bounds play to the corner. The Rockets do the same thing. Konechny, been quiet here in the half. Actually scoreless here in the second half. Off the glass, no. Summer offensive rebound. Kick out. Colbeck, three, yes. Jack Colbeck hits from outside. His first bucket tonight, and it's a 15-point lead for Columbus Catholic. Here's Neiman. Kick out to Anderson. Anderson spins on Colbeck now, bounces inside to Beslick. Beslick on Summer, no. Defense there put on by Carter Summer. Becker comes away with it. Here's Summer now. Summer weaving through traffic. And one for Carter Summer. Carter Summer. Perpetual motion for Carter as we see the replay here. And Summer just, he essentially beat the Rockets down the floor and just put the finishing touches on it. And we'll head to the free throw line to complete the three-point play, or at least a shot at it, as Ray Becker comes out. Kay Jansen in. 3 in gray for the Dons. Konechny gets a word of advice from bench coach Jared Mandel on the Columbus sideline, and Summer completes a 3-point play. He's got 18. Summer leads all scorers. I don't want to say a quiet 18, but it's been an efficient and steady 18. 11 in the first half. We've got 7 here in the second. Drive there comes up empty for Neiman. Summer kick out to Konechny. Ball fake. Beslick didn't go for it. Weiland. Now Konechny got Beslick in the air, and he pops and missed it. Coach Konechny thought for sure that had to be blocked, or at least deflected out of bounds, and basketball term, ball don't lie, turnover back to the Dons. Yeah, Joe said, listen, I know it's nepotism, but my kid doesn't miss that bad. That had to be deflected out of bounds by the Spencer defender. Had to be. Dons lead by 18. They look to push their conference record to 10-1. I'll give, a little bit later, I'll give one more check. If you're not willing or able to watch Loyal at Owen Withy, I'll give you one more check on that score before we sign off today. And what I mean by that is I'll give you a check-in with about 12 minutes left, and then it's up to you from there on out. I'm watching about 6 games at the same time. I can only give you updates on so many. And some of this work, some of the lifting, the easy lifting, you just got to do on your own, which is to watch these other games alongside this one. It's easy to do. Konechny fading, mid-range J, no. Rebound out to Anderson. So back-to-back missed shots for Konechny. He's still scoreless in the second half. So all 12 points for Mack in the first half. Inside touch for Beslick. Now down to McCone. McCone, reverse layup, no. And Colbeck with the rebound. Here comes Jansen. Jansen had a steam. He'll slow it up. Konechny picked up his dribble. Now here's Summer. Summer on the drive, and he is fouled by Anderson. So Noah Anderson picks up his third. Score update from Schofield. It's DC Everest 55, Marshfield 47, 10 to play over in Schofield. 8-point Evergreens lead. Dons in the single bonus, so Summer to the free throw line on the foul by Anderson. That 7th team foul of the half on the Rockets. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options at Culligan Water. Summer hits on the first. We use Culligan Water at the Zaleski Sports Mothership in Stevens Point, and it is tasty. They've got a dispenser set up in our break room for us, our equipment room / break room. Go in there, bring the water jug, fill it up, and I'm set for the day. 20-point lead now for the Dons, and a steal by Jansen. Here comes Jansen. Jansen got it. Okay, Jansen with his first points tonight on the steal and fast break. Transition offense for the Dons. Here's Duda. Duda will kick it back out. And Rockets in all kinds of trouble in Marshfield now. Fourth quarter underway. And a travel turnover. Beslick said, I thought I had the bounce. The officials say he took steps. And again, as I look at that Marshfield score down by 8, I look at Spencer here down by a couple of decades. You know, if you're going to swoon or if you're going to have a slip up, have it now, because playoffs begin here in just a few weeks, and it's whatever issues need to get sorted out, iron them out now, and then be ready, be full steam, be prime shape come playoff time. Beslick missed on the 3, Summer with the rebound. And again, Rockets came in winners of their last 2. But they look poised to drop their 5th conference game. And I'd mentioned everybody chasing Loyal. Columbus half game behind the Greyhounds by way of Loyal's win here a couple weeks ago. 6-5 would take you out of the conference race, and probably even mathematically, emotionally for sure, but probably even mathematically at this point. But for Columbus Catholic, win tonight, and they have themselves on pace to see if they can get one back. And what would be essentially, if things continue to go the way they have in conference, essentially a conference championship game coming up over at Loyal. Weiland, 3. Yes. He was camped out there, and you give Ben Weiland what's essentially a practice formation three-pointer, and he's going to knock it down. Weiland's got 15. And we'll get a foul called. Been a lot of fouls called in this game. So Konechny picks up his 3rd. Again, what has been a fairly heavy foul game. We get a timeout on the floor. We will do the same. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Taqueria Monarca is now open at the Marshfield Mall. Experience the bold and fresh flavors of Mexico in Marshfield at Taqueria Monarca. Delicious tacos, burritos, quesadillas, bowls, and drinks. Kick things up a notch with the fresh salsa bar. Taqueria Monarca is fast, casual, and delicious.
We are ready to serve you the bold, fresh flavors from Mexico. Welcome to Taqueria Monarca.
Hey gang, listen up. It's a pro tip from yours truly here, Uncle Jason at Taqueria Monarca. Get the deep fried onions. You saw them on the plate there. They were the white onion bulbs that were getting dusted with the seasoning coming out of the fryer. Exceptional. There's a certain name on them, but just ask your order taker what the fried onions are, and they'll put them on your plate, and you can thank me later. Coming out of the Rockets timeout, Beslick comes up empty. We had tacos at the Zaleski house last night, and still have some leftover tacos today. Boy, I'll tell you, maybe. I had a chili lime shrimp wrap though before today's game. I won't tell you where I got it from because I don't want to let that cat out of the bag. That's just my secret to have. It's Konechny fouled and in the act of shooting, so Max can go to the free throw line as Beslick picks up his 4th. And to the Serve Pro free throw line goes Matt Konechny, Serve Pro. Number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. Konechny hits. 13 points for Mac. First points for the second half for Mac tonight. As Beslick heads out, back in comes Mathers McCone, who has been quiet all night. Came in averaging 16, does number 2 in white. Just 2 points here tonight. Konechny hits both. Don's doing a great job. Timeout on the floor. More basketball after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
I had mentioned a milestone or a school record coming up this year for Spencer Sam Beslick. He will 14 points a night, so probably in about 2 games, if he keeps on his average, will break the school record in scoring. And Mac Konechny there, you see number 1 in gray. Mac, congratulations, has just crossed 1,000 points in his high school career. on that last made free throw. So congratulations to Columbus Catholic senior Matt Konechny, 1,000-point scorer. He joins brother Emmett and about maybe not that many, about a dozen other Columbus Catholic boys basketball players with 1,000 points in their career. As Mathers McCone with a 3 on the other end. And we get a foul is going to be called on Duda, I think. There's brother Emmett. Blake Jacoby stands on the right, both state basketball champions from 2 years ago. Emmett, big brother Emmett on the left, Blake on the right, in attendance. And in attendance without Lucas Kreklau. Bad timing for Luke. Here's Elijah Wolf to the free throw line. And he missed on the front end of double bonus free throws. 24-point game, so we will stay tuned here. We will look ahead very shortly to both of these teams' next 5 games, so keep it tight right here. I'll let you know when that happens. And I'll give you my last scoring update from Owen and Withy here in just a bit. As dumped down there, and points for Clay Neiman. So Neiman comes in, under 7 to play, scores a bucket. So here it is. What do we got here? 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes left. Loyal 37, Owen Withy 35. I said Loyal's a methodical machine, and they will just continue to slowly grate you down, and that is their offense and really defensive philosophy on the year as McCone hits. And I had said if you were cheering for Loyal to win and they were down in the first half, so just hang on. They're going to continue at their own pace, and eventually you would suspect they're going to Owen Withy Blackhawks are going to fall under the weight of the Loyal Greyhounds. On the cover of this week's Zaleski Sports Headlines magazine, by the way. You pick up that magazine at retail locations around the area in Marshfield, Pick and Save, Festival Foods, Chips Hamburgers, Scotty's Pizza. In Spencer at A&W Hamburgers. Summer down low hits. Carter Summer with a bucket. Over near Loyal at Russell's in Neilsville. Grocery store, hardware store in Neilsville. Go to Russell's. Pick up Zaleski Sports Headlines every week on Wednesdays. Where else? Over in Blenker at the BP in Blenker. At the BP in Owen Withy. At Abbey County Market. I think that's all of them that I can remember. It is all that I can remember. Continues to be a 5-point game in Schofield. Evergreens lead the Tigers 69-64. 4.5 to play. Yeah, so Loyal Greyhounds on the cover. They've earned it. Who do we have on the cover? Gosh, all the names. Kane Tofar on the cover. Gosh, how did I remember that? I have no idea. I don't have one near me. Just I'll be brutally honest with you. I just have a memory that is almost unknown to mankind. Jansen with his second bucket, fast break bucket earlier in the half, and then one of those hard-working buckets right there as Beslick comes up empty on the drive. .4:25 to play. Summer with it. Again, we're on standby for the next 5 games for each of these here in just a minute. As Konechny on the take is good. So how about 1,003 for Mac on his high school career? Here's Beslick, twisting, turning, firing, no. Summer with the rebound. There's Summer, bounced Jansen, open 3, that was too strong. Summer with the offensive rebound. Summer gets it back. Summer's got 22 tonight. 11 in the first half, 11 in the second half. Even Steven Carter Summer. It's a Seinfeld episode, right? Even Steven. Everything Jerry did, everything came back even. And we get a foul. It's a foul here. Let's go ahead, Jackson. Jackson Zaleski on our graphics team. Let's go ahead and throw up the Spencer Rockets' next 5 games. Take a look at those as we wait for the inbound. And there we go. At Shagwamigan coming up on Monday. will host Owen Withy at Greenwood Granton, and then wrap up the year, the regular, well, I should say the conference season against Neelsville. And then a couple days later, we'll have conference crossover games. And let's take a look at the Dons' next 5, if you would, please, Jackson. As Columbus Catholic, their next 5 games look like this. At Rib Lake, that's a big game there. Rib Lake's a pretty good team out of the Marywood North this year. At Colby, home against Owen Withy, and then there it is. What definitely could be a championship, a Clover Belt East championship game at Loyal, February 20th. Mark your calendars, and we will have it live right here on Zaleski Sports. And then Columbus will play their Clover Belt West crossover game a few days after that game. So those are the next 5 coming up for either team. And let's go ahead. Let's take a look at our production crew in the studio today. Go ahead and show that and show who we've got working down the hallway past the cafeteria behind the scenes. Okay. Hey, there's the gang right there. Ryder. There's Ryder Spada, Jackson Zaleski in the middle. There's Trevor on the left. Hey, guys, thanks for all the great work you did today and making dreams come true, along with Bella Maurer. There's Bella on our camera inside the gym. And my name's Jason. Howdy. There we go. Back to live action now. And the reverse layup, no good, but Jack Colbeck commits the foul. And that's going to put Clay Neiman to the free throw line for a pair. And yeah, that's the Surf Pro free throw line. So Neiman on the first is just off the mark. Dons continue to cycle starters and 6th, 7th, and maybe even 8 men off the floor and onto the bench, and we get a whole new list of players for me to figure out numbers and names. It's one of the hazards of the job. It's really the only hazard of the job, as we see Clay there, a senior. Looking to, he's over a season average. He's got 2 points tonight, and now we get a foul on the rebound attempt, and this will be Cade Dovenbarger to the free throw line. Cade averaging a couple points a game, looking for a couple here. And there's one. Cade, a junior for Coach Charles Jennings. And the second just off the mark. An offensive rebound chased down by Kaiden Schuler. So Schuler with the rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Rockets. That's Dovenberger. He'll get it back. Corner 3 is just short. And Don's reserves having a bit of trouble looking to get a rebound, but they do. And unfortunately, I was not handed a JV roster today, so my apologies. I'll see if I can find one, though, right quick. And hopefully, our school administration at Columbus has put a JV roster on the school website. So bear with me while I check for that. Entertain yourselves. Entertain yourselves with one of the other fantastic games we have on right now. That'd be one thing to do. Okay, rosters. Yeah, unfortunately, no JV roster on the school website. Okay, well, all of you know the names, I'm quite sure. I'm sorry that tonight I don't. Just over 2 minutes to play. $73-48. It's been quite a night for the Dons here tonight as they look to keep pace and keep that February 20th date with Loyal to be a conference championship game. And a win here, obviously, again, goes a long way towards that effort. Here we go. JV roster just handed to me. Thank you all. Good. And ball out of bounds, and it'll be Don's basketball. And I'll do my best here with the numbers that have been given to me, but you know how it is in JV and JV2. Not everybody wears the same jersey that's on the it's on the roster. Oh man. Ro Wheeler, he's fouled and is going to head to the Serve Pro free throw line. And free throw there is off. Just to give an example of that, on the roster handed out the door, Ro Wheeler listed as 31, and he's dressed in 13 right now. So I do what I can with what I have. These are next year's varsity players, though. This might be Nolan Frayne, 4 on the roster. And I don't often get to meet the JV players, just the varsity guys. Got a couple of nice made free throw there from what we believe is Nolan. And 1 minute left to play. So again, Columbus Catholic, we saw their next 5 games just a little bit ago, but in high school sports, it's always risky to say, but some winnable games on the schedule. But any game, Joe Konechny and other basketball coaches, I talk to them before every game, and every coach always believes that they're going to have a tough time and are at risk of losing every single game that they play. That's a little bit of coach speak and a little bit of paranoia. But that's I'll let you in on the talks I get to have with the coaches, and that's where they're all at. But again, at Rib Lake on the 10th, at Colby on the 12th, right here on the 17th against Owen Withy, and then at Loyal on the 20th. All games will be live right here on Zaleski Sports. So we've got you. You're right where you need to be, right here on Zaleski Sports to finish out the season. And this one will be finished out. It's a big win tonight for the Dons as they stand victorious at home. Your final score: Columbus Catholic 81. And Spencer, 48. We will have Columbus Catholic head coach Joe Konechny, and he will bring his player of the game with him. And we will talk to him here in just a bit. Time now for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Get those cheese curds in Marshfield, Curtis, and shipped right to your door, still squeaky fresh at NasonvilleDairy.com. Back with Coach Joe Konechny right after this on Zaleski Sports. Hiller's True Value is Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. Check out Hiller's large selection of heated gear to keep you warm wherever you go this winter. Hiller's True Value of Marshfield. Buy your next vehicle from Gross Buick of Marshfield. Gross Buick is home of the lifetime engine warranty on select vehicles. Gross Buick, where you get a free courtesy car. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobeson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at cobeson.com.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
At Rice's More Than Floors, you'll find quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and of course, quality flooring. So you have 3 options. Come visit us here in Marshfield. We're near Fleet Farm. 2, check out our website, ricesmorethanfloors.com. Or 3, give us a call or text at 715-384-4554. And yes, pets are allowed in Rice's when accompanied by a well-behaved human.
Are you tired of your old truck? Hey everybody, Matt over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and as you can see, we have rows of trucks ready for you. Take home today. Stop on in or call us about the great rates and awesome rebates going on at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Postgame show, Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Here with our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Mac Konechny. Mac, let's just talk about a personal milestone that you had tonight. The first thing we'll talk about is 1,000 points. Just talk about that and what your career has been like at Columbus Catholic, now reaching one of the very few 1,000-point scorers in school history.
Yeah, it's awesome. But let's just let's look at the team first. You know, like Carter Summer, he was amazing tonight at high post, just finishing at the rim and dishing it out to everybody. I would like to put this on myself, but I can't. I'm gonna put this on all my teammates.
All right, excellent. It's a great answer, and it's been a great career so far. I know you've got other goals ahead of you here this year. I want to talk about the defensive effort that you and the guys had tonight. You know, Mathers McCone came in averaging 16 a game. You hold him to 7. Sam Beslick had 13 points in the first half, only 1 in the second half, and others up and down the list like that. Just tell us about your keys on their guys tonight to keep things as they were.
Yeah, we focused hard on defense. We knew they had a lot of pieces and good players, but we just had to focus in and lock them up.
All right, and then a couple special guests in the house tonight, including Brother Emmett. So just tell us, more about the family affair, and I know you guys are tight and close, and how special it is to have Emmett still be able to come back and watch you play.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, he doesn't get to come back often, but it was cool to see him here tonight.
All right, it's autograph night. We've had you in the house before, so we'll skip that tonight. Go ahead, go sign some autographs, and go make the little kids happy, all right?
Yep, thank you.
All right, our Nasonville Dairy postgame show continues with Columbus Catholic head coach Joe Konechny. Coach, I talked to Mac about the defensive effort that your guys had tonight. Mathers McCone came in averaging 16 a game. You hold him to 7. Only 1 point in the second half for Sam Beslick, and others very similar stories like that. Just tell us about the defensive job you guys did tonight.
Well, I thought, Beslick was really good in the first half, and we didn't double him fast enough. In the second half, it was much better. They hit some shots in the first half early, too. Number 11 hit a couple threes. Yeah, we didn't rebound as well as we wanted to, and luckily we shot it well in the first half, and then, kind of slowly pulled away. They're a very good team. Started 11-0, I believe. In the conference that we have, every game's going to be tough this year. So it's just a quality win at home.
I talked to you about free throw shooting, 8 of 11 from the line. So a two-part question. Are you getting to the free throw line enough tonight, and the 8 of 11 free throw shooting?
I think we could get to the line more. Sometimes we rely too much on the perimeter. I think we hit our first 3 or 4 threes tonight, and then you have a tendency to settle. And I think there's times where we could get to the rim or get to the paint and try to find guys off 2 feet. I thought Carter Summer was phenomenal tonight. He was next level as far as catching high post and really finishing above the rim. So he was a real difference maker tonight.
Yeah, Carter himself was 6 of 7 from the free throw line. For the rest, you can do the math from there. Tell us about Mac. I asked him about his 1,000th point tonight. It's a nice individual accomplishment. I know he's got more team goals, but just tell us about seeing Mac develop through his high school career and now one of the 1,000-point scorers in Don's history.
Yeah, proud of him. He puts a lot of work in, and he's a 3-sport guy. He does football, basketball, baseball, and it's kind of on to the next thing. The number that we talked about after the game was 80. I think our seniors have now won 80 games in their careers as part of the program. So when you have really good players around you and things like that happen, it's definitely a team thing. As far as him as an individual, it's not something you really expected. I think as a freshman, sophomore, with some of those guys on that state championship team, he really wasn't relied on to score a lot. But the 2 years he's put together as far as putting the ball through the basket, very, very proud of him.
And the last thing I'll ask you, Coach, and you've spoken on this a lot, but just for the audience that hasn't maybe heard some of your passion for Staff Sergeant Joe Altman, and we recognize Joe Altman tonight. Just tell us about the mark he left on your school and what you're doing the best you can to transfer what you remember about Joe Altman to your guys, to your teams.
Every year we tell the story in chapel, read a little bit of his obituary, and just make sure that people know who he was and the example that his family has set in using what he did to make sure that everybody's lives are better. It's just a very inspiring thing, and I think we all have a commitment to really support the military. Joe, I think, would tell you he doesn't want any credit. He would deflect credit to others, but what he did and what everybody that serves our country is willing to do is something that we definitely want to honor and respect.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing. I know as a personal friend, I've told you this before, but I think what you're doing to honor his memory is exemplary, and I'm proud of you for it, Joe. So thanks a lot for the time tonight. Have a good night. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you for the coverage, Jason. We appreciate it.
All right, that was Columbus Catholic head coach Joe Konechny as we wrap up our Nasonville Dairy postgame coverage here tonight. Again, your final score from Columbus. Columbus Catholic 81, Spencer 48. Have a great night, everybody.